Hello students, welcome to All Force e-learning. So already yesterday we had a discussion about resolution of a vector. Once again we will continue this resolution of a vector. Let this is a vector A bar. It is having an angle theta. Let this is x direction, it is y direction. Vector it is in 2D. Vector in 2D having two components. What are those? Right angle triangle theta. Let x component of A bar is Ax, y component of A bar is Ay. I will write here Ax, x component of A bar vector x component Ax, Ay, y component of A bar. Now what are these two? Here Ax is adjacent side of right angle triangle, then we should use cos theta. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is Ax, hypotenuse is A. Now Ax is equal to A cos theta. Ax is equal to A cos theta. Now sin theta in this triangle, sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Sin theta is equal to Ay by A. Now Ay is equal to A sin theta. X component A cos theta, y component A sin theta. Now our vector A bar is Ax along x direction, Ay along positive y direction, x component along x axis, x direction indicated by I cap, it is the orthogonal unit vector along x direction. Ay is acting along y direction indicated by orthogonal unit vector j cap. Finally, A bar is equal to Ax I cap plus Ay j cap. Ax value there we deduced A cos theta. Ay value A sin theta. So our final answer is A bar is equal to A cos theta I cap plus A sin theta j cap. What is our question or concept? Vector in two dimensional. Here it is having two components. In 1D it has one component, 2D it has two components, 3D it has three components. Because of that reason, horizontal component let it is Ax, vertical component it is Ay. Simple trigonometry we used it. Right angle triangle, cos theta, adjacent side by hypotenuse. Ax is equal to, bring A this side, A cos theta. Sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, Ay by A. Now Ay is equal to A sin theta. After calculation of x component and y component, finally we substituted in our equation, that is A bar is equal to Ax I cap plus Ay j cap, and final answer A bar is equal to A cos theta I cap plus A sin theta j cap. One more, we will see one more. Acceleration A bar, let it be theta. This is the direction of positive x direction, negative x direction, positive y direction, negative y direction. This acceleration vector in 2D, this vector in 2D, it has two components. Now again, dotted line, right angle triangle, this side, dotted line and hypotenuse. This is A, this is theta. Now what is the cos theta and sin theta? See, let it be, it's a AY, it's a AX. Horizontal direction x, vertical direction AY. Now theta adjacent side, cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse AY by A. Now AY is equal to A cos theta. AY is equal to A cos theta. Similarly, sin theta. Sin theta value opposite by hypotenuse, opposite AX by A. What about AX? A sin theta. Now this vector two components already we calculated. Now A bar is, acceleration is AX. See here, vector going away, components also going away. This is the vector, vector going away in this direction, components also will go in the same direction. See, AX. Once again, this is called parallel shifting. Once again, this is called parallel shifting. AX, it's a A, it's a AY, this is AX, this is AX, this is also AX. Both parallel shifting. See here, this is the chalk piece. The same chalk piece I can place here, I can place here, I can place here. See, same chalk piece, it is a parallel shifting. What is the meaning of parallel shifting? Without changing length of chalk piece and don't change the direction also. Without changing length and direction, you can place vector in anywhere of the space. That's called parallel shifting. AX. This AX vector parallel shifting without changing direction and length. See, I didn't change the direction, I didn't change the length. Simple reason, vector always between the components. A component two sides, vector always in between the components. This is the vector, these two are the components. Now finally I will write A bar, AX, A sin theta, direction minus I cap. I will write here A sin theta minus I cap, one component. One more component, AY, this is the direction of minus J cap, that is A cos theta minus J cap. A cos theta minus J cap, A sin theta minus I cap. Simple, it is not that much difficult resolving of components of a vector, because in numericals we will use this resolution of vector. So if you understand this, next coming examples are numericals, you will understand better way. That is the reason I am telling you, focus more on resolution of vector now. I think you understand this. See, this is A bar, this is the vector. Vector components always two sides of vector. Vector two components always two sides of the vector. One component is this side, another component is this side. Theta touching side is cos, other side is sin. Once again, theta touching side is cos. If this is the side, it is not touching theta, this is sin. So this component is cos, this component is sin. That's what the final answer. A bar is equal to A sin theta minus I cap plus A cos theta minus J cap. So I will explain one more example regarding this resolution of a vector. See one more example. Force is a vector, let it be theta. See, theta, this side is touch, it is a contact with this side is not contact. It is a vector, components of two vectors, two sides of triangle, let dotted line, now right angle triangle. What about this? F cos theta, just now I shown you, theta touching side f cos theta, theta opposite f sin theta. See here, vector going away, components also going away, f sin theta, this is called parallel shifting. F sin theta I can shift it to here, this f sin theta I will shift it to here. Now simple, you can remember, it's a vector, theta touching side f cos theta, another one f sin theta. Theta for vector is going away, components also going away. Now the vector f bar is equal to this direction minus j cap, negative y direction. This is positive x direction. Now f sin theta I cap, f cos theta minus j cap. Simple, it is not that much difficult. Only thing is theta touching side cos, theta not touching side, that is sin. Vector always between the components. It's a component, it is a component. Vector always between the components. You should remember that point. Now one more. See, with these examples, I will give you some questions, you can try. I will give you some questions, same model, you can try. S bar is displacement. Displacement is a vector. S. Now this is theta. This direction plus j cap, this direction minus j cap, this direction minus I cap, this direction plus I cap. Can you write S bar vector? S bar vector, can you try that? Yes, you can try that. 100% you can try that. You will get the answer, simple. Theta touching cos, another side it is a sin. So vector going away, components also going away. Vector going away, components also going away. I think you got the clarity about resolution of a vector. How they will ask you a question in your physics. It's a wire, two wires, mass m. Here there is a force in the wire T1, I have given in the question. This wire having tension T2. In this wire tension T1, in this wire tension T2. Dotted line, theta 1, theta 2. Now here it is in equilibrium. This mass is in equilibrium. What is the meaning of equilibrium? Meaning of equilibrium is net force 0. Total force acting on the substance is 0. What is the meaning of total force 0? Horizontal forces equal opposite, vertical forces equal and opposite. Horizontal forces balanced, vertical forces balanced, total force acting on the substance is 0. Now here I will resolve the components. Weight always acting downward. Now T1 T1 theta touching side. What is that? T1 cos theta. Vector going away, component also going away. One more component, T1 sin theta 1. T1 having two components. Components are two sides and the vector is between the two components. T1, this is T1 cos theta, this is T1 sin theta. Similarly, T2, this side, T2 cos theta. This side, T2 sin theta 2. See here, theta touching T cos theta 2. Next one, T2 sin theta 2. Simple, it's not that much difficult. Only the point, here vector going away, components also going away. Now, can you balance the forces? X direction, forces balanced, net force 0. T1 sin theta 1 is equal to T2 sin theta 2, x direction. T1 sin theta 1 is equal to T2 sin theta 2. Vertically, T1 cos theta 1, T2 cos theta 2 acting vertically upward. Downward direction mg. Now, y direction, what are the forces? Upward, T1 cos theta 1 plus T2 cos theta 2. Upward, downward, mg. So, here body in equilibrium, horizontal forces balanced and vertical forces also balanced. T1 cos theta 1, T2 cos theta 2 acting vertically upward, mg acting vertically downward. Horizontal forces equal and opposite, vertical forces equal and opposite. Overall forces balance, net force is 0. That's the meaning of equilibrium. I think you understand how we will use resolving of components in our physics. One more, how we can resolve the components, one more. Simple pendulum. Horizontal force applied. Now, because of horizontal force applied, it's slightly disturbed. Force always horizontal I am considering. Force always horizontal direction. Let this ball, iron ball, it's having mass m. Weight acting downward. T is tension. Now, this bob is also in equilibrium. They will give you in the question. Bob in equilibrium. What is the meaning of equilibrium? Just now we discussed. Equilibrium meaning is total force acting on the substance is 0. Horizontal force is balanced, vertical force is balanced, then total force acting on this solid substance is 0. Now, here we will see that. M, F, mg, weight always acting vertically downward direction. This is T. Dotted line, it's a wire. It's a wire. Dotted line, this is theta, this is also theta. Same thing. Here what I have drawn here, same thing I drawn here. Tension with vertical line theta. Force horizontal and weight vertically downward direction. Now, see T, theta. This side how much? T cos theta. Theta touching side. T cos theta. Tension theta. So, theta touching side T cos theta. another one t sin theta. Tension vector, component two sides of vector. Tension going away, components are going away. T cos theta, t sin theta. F already previously given the question. These two equal, these two equal. Total force 0. T cos theta is equal to mg. These two equal. T sin theta is equal to F. So here equilibrium, horizontal forces equal, vertical forces equal. Overall, here we use the concept of resolution of a vector. By taking the help of resolution of a vector, tension is a vector. This vector resolved into two components. Theta touching side is t cos theta, another one is t sin theta. Always you should remember this point, vector always between the components. It's a horizontal component, it's a vertical component. I think you understood this example. So in this way we will use vector resolution in the numericals of physics. See here, one more. Unit vector concept already we discussed. I will give you one more numerical depending on unit vector. Let A bar is equal to 4 I cap plus j cap plus c cap. A bar is 4 I cap plus j cap plus c k cap. If it is unit vector, then find the c value. What is the question? If A bar is unit vector, then find the value of c. You know the concept of unit vector. See, this is a unit vector. You know that unit vector magnitude 1. What is the meaning of unit vector? Vector whose magnitude is 1. Here A bar is a unit vector, then magnitude of A bar is 1. Now, how to calculate magnitude of A bar? Under root I cap coefficient whole square 4 square, j cap coefficient whole square 1, k cap coefficient whole square c square is equal to 1. Squaring on both sides, inside 17 plus c square is equal to 1. What is the c square now? 16 minus 16. Yeah, minus 16. So is what's the value of c here? Under root minus 16. It's not having any root value because it's an imaginary value. Just you see that procedure. One vector they have given in the question, unknown c, but they given A bar is a unit vector. By using vector concept, we should calculate the value of c. What I did? Vector magnitude is 1, then that is a unit vector. Just I used it. Mod A bar is equal to 1. What is a mod A bar? Under root of I cap coefficient whole square plus j cap coefficient whole square plus k cap coefficient whole square. By simplifying, I got imaginary roots. It's not having roots. It's having imaginary roots. It's not having real roots. Addition of vectors. How we can add two vectors? A bar is a vector, it's a tail, it's a head. A bar, tail and head. B bar, tail, head. Two vectors A bar and B bar, how can we add two vectors? When we want to add two vectors, we should follow a technique or method. What is that? Head of a first vector should connect with tail of second vector. Once again, pardon. Head of a first vector should connected with tail of second vector. then that is the process of adding of two vectors. A bar head connected with tail, join. These two are joined, that's called addition. These two joined, that's meaning is addition, B bar. These two added, forming a new one, R bar is equal to A bar plus B bar. A bar, B bar we are adding. How can we add A bar and B bar? Simple. Just join head of the first vector with tail of second vector. That's the process of adding two vectors. Two are added. Now what is the resultant vector? A bar plus B bar. Suppose V1 vector, V2 vector. See here, head of V1, head of V2 both are joined. This is not the process of adding of two vectors. We cannot add. Wrong. It's wrong. We cannot add two vectors by connecting head head or tail tail. It's a wrong process. Then what I can do it? How to add these two vectors? If you join in this way head head, it's not possible to add the two vectors. Now to add these two vectors, what I am doing? Negative vector. What is the meaning of negative vector? See, this is V2. V2. Negative vector of V2 is opposite to this. This is the V1. Now, just reverse. Tail comes here, head goes that side. V2 minus V2. Plus V2 going this direction, minus V2 going oppositely. Negative vector of a vector is, it's going opposite to the original direction. Previously it is coming from right to left. Now it is going left to right. Same vector without changing length, we are just reverse the direction. It's a minus V2. After, if you reverse V2, now we can add V1 and minus V2. What is the resultant of these two? Resultant of these two is V1 bar plus minus V2 bar. Simple. So once again the final conclusion is, when you are adding two vectors, how can you add two vectors? Head of the first vector should join with tail of the second vector. In this manner we should add. A bar, B bar added, forming new vector, that is the resultant vector A bar plus B bar. I took one of the example. We cannot add two vectors in this manner. It's a wrong method. V1, V2 head head joined, it's wrong. What I did, I have taken the help of negative vector. What is the meaning of negative vector? V2 going in this direction. Now just reverse the direction of V2, then it will become minus V2. Now tail will come this side, head will go that side, reverse. Head connected with tail. Now I can add these two vectors. Resultant of these two vectors is V1 plus minus V2. In this way we will add two vectors. See, let this is the substance of mass M. Force 1000 newtons. This boy applying 1000 newtons. A boy. Next one more. B boy. He is applying force of 200 newtons. First one pushing with a force of 1000 newtons. Second one pushing with a force of 200 newtons. Now here how to add these two vectors? Sir, why you are adding two vectors? Two vectors acting on the same substance. Now this body is having resultant force. This also applied on the body, this also applied on the body. Due to two forces, it is going to affect here. Due to that reason, I am going to take two forces here. Now, F1 1000. Now, shifting of a vector, parallel shifting of a vector. What is the meaning of parallel shifting of a vector? Already I told you, chalk piece. Same chalk piece I can place anywhere without changing its direction. Chalk piece, it's the initial. If you change like this, it's wrong. Same chalk piece without changing length and direction, you place anywhere, no problem. Same thing, F2 I will replace to here. Same thing, this vector I am bringing here, parallel shifting. F2 200 newtons, parallel shifting. F1 1000, F2 parallel shifting. Now again, head connected to the tail. Now what is the resultant force? Total force acting on the solid is 1000 plus 200, adding 1200 newtons. Because of A, he is given punch 1000, second one given a punch of 200. Overall force acting on the substance is 1200. Why? Because both are in the same direction. How I have applied this addition of vectors concept? Same vector I can place anywhere without changing length of the vector and direction of the vector. That's called parallel shifting. By using the concept of parallel shifting, this force I have shifted to here. Now head connected to tail, I can add simply. Added, the final resultant force is 1200. I think you understood the clarity. Same thing, just I will change the question. This side 2000 newtons A, this side B, opposite side. This side force is 500 newtons. Now, what is the force acting on this capital M? What is the total force? See, this is in this direction. This is in this direction. Both are opposite. Now, see this 2000. See, head joined, parallel shifting. When you shift parallelly, don't change the direction and length also. Now head joined. We cannot add two vectors by joining head of the two vectors. It's wrong. Now what I should do it? Can I take negative vector of 500? Tail comes this side, head will go that side. 2000. This is as it is. Negative vector of 500. Minus. Head coming this side, tail guiding that side. Now plus 500 will become as minus 500. Now head connected to the tail. Now I can add both of them. What is the resultant force? 1500 newtons. Now this object is affected with a force of 1500 newtons. Simple, it's not that much difficult here. Only the point is, you should remember, when two vectors you are going to add, head of first vector should join with tail of the second vector. That's what I am doing here. Here there is a problem, head joined here. Because of parallel shifting of 500 newtons, here head joined with head. Head we cannot add with the head, only head should connect with the tail. Now there is a problem here. To resolve this problem, what I did, I took reverse. Negative vector of 500, tail comes to this side, head goes to that side. Now 500 will become minus 500. Now we can add the two vectors. The net force acting on the solid is 1500 newtons. I think you understand how to add two vectors. Similarly, how to calculate angle between the two vectors. These points are important to solve the problems. Angle between two vectors, how to measure? A bar, tail, head. B bar, tail, head. See here, B bar tail here, A bar tail here. Now, this is angle between A bar and B bar. When you are observing angle between two vectors, we should join tails of two vectors. See here, tail of B, tail of A. Now, these two vectors having some angle of difference. This angle of difference is nothing but of theta. You should remember once again, addition, head should join with the tail. Angle between the two vectors, two tails of two vectors should be joined or bring them one point. Now, these two are having an angle difference of theta. So, when you want to calculate angle between two vectors, two tails of two vectors should join. Don't forget this point, because when you are doing numericals, we will apply these concepts. Addition and observing angle between the two vectors, it's too important. In general, students will do the mistake because of lack of confidence of the concept. Because of that, again and again I am telling here, addition is different, observing angle between two vectors is different. Addition is head should connect with tail of the another vector. When you are observing angle between the two vectors, add or join tails of two vector and you observe the angle between both of them, that is angle between the two vectors. Now, I will give you some more examples depending on this angle between the vectors. Example 1. A bar vector, B bar vector. Let this is 150 degrees. 150. Find angle between A bar and B bar. How to find angle between A bar and B bar? Just now we discussed how to find angle between A bar and B bar. Join two tails of two vectors and see the difference of angle between both of them, that's the angle between A bar and B bar. See here, head connected to tail. It's not the process of observing angle between the two vectors. Now, what I am doing here, this A bar parallel shifting. What is the meaning of parallel shifting? A bar, don't change the length and direction, you can place anywhere. B bar as it is, B bar as it is, this A bar I will bring here, same thing. This B bar I took here, same parallel. Now, where is the previous A bar? Its previous A bar shifted to here. Now, this is angle between A bar and B bar because two tails joined. B vector tail, A vector tail added. Now, we can see the angle difference between A bar and B bar. This already you know that 150. What about this? 30 degrees because total 180 degrees. Now, the angle between A bar and B bar is 30 degrees, not 150, because here head joined with the tail. When you join head and tail, the angle is not angle between the vectors. So how to measure the angle between the two vectors? That's a method. Simple, A bar here, I shifted to here. Without changing length and direction, I have shifted here. A bar shifted to here. Two tails joined here now. What's the angle between A bar and B bar now? 30. Similarly, I will go for one more example. Example 2. A bar, B bar. Let it is 120 degrees. Find angle between A bar and B bar. How to measure angle between A bar and B bar? Here, head tail joint. Again there is a problem. When we are finding angle between two vectors, we cannot join head and tail. We should join tail tail. This B bar, replace it here. A bar as it is, B bar shifted to up. Previously B bar is here. Previously this is the B bar. Now it is shifted to here. Now what is the angle here? This is 120. What about this? 60. Now angle between A bar and B bar is not 120. Angle between A bar and B bar is 60 because here we joined tails of two vectors. Now according to concept of angle between two vectors, A bar tail, B bar tail both are joined. Now angle between A bar and B bar is 60 degrees. It is not 120, it is a 60 degrees. Third example. Equilateral triangle B, C. Now, I am asking to calculate, find angle between, first question, AB bar and BC bar. Second question, angle between BC bar and CA bar. Third question, angle between CA bar and AC bar, AB bar. First question we will see it. This is AB, this is BC. AB going from A to B, BC going from B to C. See here, head of A bar, tail of BC bar. We should not calculate angle between AB bar and BC bar is not like this. This is 60. Can you shift this parallel shifting? This is now, this is AB bar. This is now BC bar. Two tails. This AB bar shifted to here. Tail, head. Tail comes to here, head comes to here. Shifting. Now what is the angle between AB bar and BC bar? 120 degrees is the answer. Simple concept, parallel shifting. Always when you are calculating between the two vectors, just join the tails. A head connected with the tail. AB vector head, BC vector tail joined. We should not join like this when you are going to calculate angle between two vectors. Parallel shifting. This vector I shifted to here. Now tail joined. Now angle 120 because it is a 60, total 180, it is a 120. Now one more. Same thing. Angle between BC bar and AC bar. BC, AC, CA. See here, CA tail, BC head. This is not the angle between two vectors because head connected with tail. Now parallel shifting. BC comes here. BC vector comes here. Now head goes and tail comes. Now what is the angle now? 120. So in this way we should calculate angle between any two vectors. Initially for observing it will be different. Only the point is we should modify the diagram by taking parallel shifting concept. So in this way we should calculate angle between two vectors. What we discussed today? Today we discussed continuation of yesterday concept, resolution of a vector. What is the resolution of vector? Vector in 2D having two components. We resolved into two components. Theta touching side is cos, another side is sine. Always vector should be between the two components. Vector going away, component should also going away. And next one, we gone through addition and angle between two vectors. What is the meaning of addition? Head should join with tail, then only we can add the two vectors. How to see the angle between two vectors? When you want to see the angle between two vectors, join two tails of two vectors and see the angle between both of them. That's the angle between the both of the vectors. Depending on this, we gone through different examples. Thank you. We will continue this vectors concept in the next session.